I used to think emotional maturity was just being calm, being nice, saying I'm fine when you're clearly not, letting go quickly, not caring too much, but I was wrong. Emotional maturity is not what you say in front of people. It's what your heart does after they walk away. I remember the first time someone I deeply cared about disappointed me, not in a dramatic movie kind of way. No screaming, no betrayal, just silence, confusion. They left me hanging in uncertainty, and you know what I did? I panicked. I overthought. I imagined the worst. I felt abandoned, unworthy, unloved. And instead of asking clearly what happened, I blamed, I tested, I withdrew, all while pretending I didn't care. I didn't know it back then, but that was me at 4 years old, in a grown woman's body. They say emotional maturity is how you handle the moments when you don't get what you want. Not when everything's perfect, but when you're scared, confused, ashamed, rejected. That's when your real age shows. There's a simple test that changed how I saw myself and others. It's asking yourself this question: when someone you depend on emotionally disappoints you, how do you respond? Not how you wish you'd respond, not how your therapist would tell you to respond, but how do you actually respond? Do you shut down? Do you punish? Do you guilt trip? Do you become desperate for reassurance? Do you pretend it didn't hurt? That right there is your emotional age. I realized I had mastered the mask of maturity, but deep inside, I was terrified of abandonment. I couldn't regulate my emotional storms. I didn't know how to sit with discomfort without exploding, escaping, or over-explaining. And I'm not alone. So many of us are walking around, looking grown but emotionally. We're children dressed in adult skin. You can be 40 and still waiting for someone to tell you that you matter. And you can be 19 and know how to self-soothe, communicate clearly, and sit with discomfort without losing your center. That's emotional maturity. I started observing people differently, not by what they posted or how wise they sounded when things were easy, but by how they responded when things got hard. When they felt misunderstood, when someone said no, when they had to wait, and when someone didn't text back. That's the test. Here's what I learned. Emotionally mature people don't run from discomfort. They lean into it. They don't punish others for their fears. They communicate them. They don't manipulate. They vocalize their needs without shame. And they can hear a no without crumbling into pieces. That level of security, it's not natural. It's trained through years of introspection, therapy, mistakes, and choosing peace over ego. The emotionally mature don't need to be the center of attention. They just want to be understood, and they are willing to do the work to understand others too. I also realized something else. Emotional maturity is not perfection. It's awareness. Sometimes I still get triggered. I still overreact. I still catch my inner child trying to take the wheel. But now I notice it, and I say, "Sweetheart, you're safe. I'm here now." That's the most powerful thing I've learned to say to myself. If you want to grow emotionally, start by asking, what part of me feels the most unsafe? When do I act younger than I am? Who taught me how to regulate my emotions? Did they even know how? Do I seek emotional safety through control? Do I equate vulnerability with weakness? These questions, they open doors. Not always comfortable ones, but necessary ones. Here are signs you're becoming more emotionally mature. 1. You don't respond immediately to triggers. You pause. 2. You ask, what's happening inside me, before reacting. 3. You can communicate your needs without drama or guilt. 4. You don't chase closure, you create it within. 5. You take responsibility for your emotional patterns instead of blaming others. And most importantly, you understand that love without emotional maturity is chaos. We all want love, but without maturity we turn it into war. That sentence hit me like a brick because I've been the girl who made love conditional, who needed constant reassurance, who tested people's love by pushing them away. Now I want to be the woman who receives love with grace and doesn't punish vulnerability, mine or theirs. And here's something no one tells you. You can't fake emotional maturity. You'll be tested by life, by love, by silence, and by disappointment, and how you respond will reveal everything. So if you're on this journey like I am, take this gentle reminder: you are not behind, you are becoming. Every trigger is a teacher, every tear is a step forward. Every uncomfortable moment is a mirror, and you're allowed to be both a work in progress and a masterpiece unfolding. So next time someone disappoints you, don't just ask, why did they do this to me? Ask yourself, what part of me is showing up right now? That's how we grow, how we heal, and how we become the emotionally safe women we always needed. If this spoke to your heart, I would love for you to subscribe, leave me a little note in the comments, or just send some love. Your presence here is a gift, and I'm so grateful you chose to spend your precious time with me.